Kia ora. I'm Clare Fearnley, New Zealand's ambassador to China. I was lucky enough in the 1980s to be a scholarship student to China at Peking University. I had a year at language college first and then went to PKU to study both language and also Chinese law. That experience set me on a different pathway in life. After that, I went back to New Zealand, joined the Foreign Ministry, and I find myself here more than 30 years later. But I am very grateful to the training, the experience, and the opportunity to see life through different eyes that being at PKU gave me.
Kia ora, I'm Clinton Watson. I'm the Science Innovation Counsellor here at the Beijing Embassy. I studied a Master of Public Policy at PKU. That was in 2013, 2014. It was actually part of a double degree program between Victoria University of Wellington and PKU. So in 2012 I did the first Master at Vic, which was Master of International Relations. And then because the year is different between New Zealand and China, I had 6 months to study more Chinese. And then I did my Master of Public Policy at Peking. So I think for me, I really wanted to learn more about Chinese economic development in particular, understand more about China's political system, and also I really wanted to understand what it was like to study in China and understand or feel for myself what the student life was like in China, because each university is kind of like its own city, if you like. So I think I achieved my goals in a way. I learned a lot about Chinese history and its economic development and so on. And I think, I chose to study in China, not study in Europe. The main reason for that was because China's changing the world so much, and I thought having first-hand experience about how China was changing the world would I guess help my life and help my career as well.
Another great thing about PKU was that it still does pull together students from all around the country. So although I was based here in Beijing, it meant that I was meeting students from every province and also making long-term friends and relationships with students from around the country. It was a great insight into China at that time, getting to know fellow students' families, visiting them. So it was a great insight into the country. But it's also meant that in the years subsequent, I've also had great relationships with students with me at PKU at that time. The relationships between PKU and New Zealand universities is extensive. One of the key mechanisms to that is the New Zealand Centre at PKU, where there are student exchanges and staff exchanges as well. We see this as a real asset in the educational relationship between our two countries.
I think the centre organises a number of academic exchanges between New Zealand and China. So quite a number of New Zealand professors come up to China for say 2 or 4 weeks, and they might run a few lectures, and they also, some of them have some exchanges, some scientific exchanges with some of their counterparts at Beida.
祝北京大学123周年校庆. I just like to wish PKU a very happy 123rd anniversary, and also best wishes for another 100 years of educational excellence. Kia ora.
对北大建校123周年，我表示衷心的祝贺。我祝愿北大在科研领域、学术领域、创新领域为世界文明做出更大的贡献。我也希望北大跟世界各国，包括新西兰在内的国家加深学术交流。